Hello, welcome back to the podcast. I am Dean Seddon, and this is my podcast. And today we're going to be talking about how do you make money online as a writer? How do you make money online as a writer? And I'm going to talk about some different options, different ways you can do it, and then the way typically the most successful people do it, making money online as a writer. So buckle up. And as always, if you have questions, if there was something you'd love to know or my take on something, you can find me on all the social channels. Just search for Dean Seddon and you'll find me. So there has been a huge explosion in people making money from writing online, from people doing blogs, tweets. You know, the thought process is that you need to be an Instagram influencer or a YouTuber to make money. No, there are people making millions every single year by writing their thoughts and sharing their ideas online. And you will find these people websites like Medium, Substack. You'll find them on LinkedIn. You'll find them on Twitter. They are everywhere. But how do you actually make money? And we'll look at some of the practical steps that you can take. So let me just walk through how most people make money. So there's typically two revenue models of how people make money online as a writer. There is the back-end model. In other words, they are making money from somebody else, not the audience. So they might have a brand partner, an affiliate relationship. They make commissions, but they're being paid to write. So there is a revenue side on the back end. In other words, their audience pays them nothing. People pay to access the eyeballs. So that's the first model. So it's an affiliate brand partnership. The audience, it's free for the audience, and brands pay to get access or to benefit from that audience. So that's the first model. That is the most widespread model out there. And it's one of those models that you generally build to. But if you're starting out as a writer, the front end model is probably the quickest path for you to make money. So by that, I mean that your audience buys from you. And this is where we've seen the explosion in online courses, paid little templates, masterclasses, and online learning. And this is nothing new. Online learning and buying knowledge has been around for centuries. And if you can curate an audience, a motivated audience, who consume your content, whether that's 200 people or 200,000 people, you can make money online as a writer. And so typically how this rolls is social media is the means to get your message out. So if you think about your writing platform, wherever that is, your website, it's Substack, it's a blogging platform, it's Medium, it doesn't matter where it is, but that's your main source of where your high value content that's going to make you money is. And so social media becomes the way to get eyeballs to it. And when I'm talking to people, because obviously I major in making money through social media, most people think that the money is in the social media itself. Well, just remember, you rent your audience on social media. In other words, social media platform can take that away from you. So typically, what will happen if we think about the components to making money online as a writer, or any way of making money, the first part is I've got to have something to sell. So I've got to have something to sell. Number one, is that a course? Is that a book? Is that a template? Is that a framework? Am I doing affiliate relationships? Have I got a partnership with a subscription service of some kind? So I make a cut on every sale they make. That anything like that. How will I make money from this? Don't think about I'll get the traffic and make money later. Think about how you're going to make money from the beginning. Even if it seems a little ridiculous at the beginning because it seems like impossible, at least have a plan of how you're going to make money. So many people, I see this on social media a lot. So many people, what they do is they go, I'll get the crowd and then I'll figure out how to make money. No, figure out how you're going to make money and then go get the crowd. Trust me, it is better. It's simpler. It's more straightforward. So there's a few components. Something to sell, the content that's going to help you sell that, your blogging platform, your articles, your insights that are going to help you sell whatever it is you're going to sell. So something to sell, your selling content, your content that's going to attract people, engage people, and convert people. And then you've got to get a means of distributing that to new users and getting them into your world. Now, typically, what people will do is they will build an email list, a subscription of some kind. It could be a free subscription, probably best at the beginning, but a free subscription. So in other words, you can email people your content. So you have a means to get your content to people and get their eyeballs on it. You're not relying on them coming to look, and you're not reliant on a social media channel and their algorithm to get it in front of people. So something to sell. The master content that helps you sell that thing. The means to get people to continue to see it, email list. And then social media builds the email list. So social media grows your email list. Your email list pulls people to your major content on your blog platform. You could just email it to people too and get people to sign up to your newsletter. And then that newsletter drives people to revenue. That is how most people can get started writing and making money with writing online. So it's social media, email newsletter. From the email newsletter, we go to actually delivering the content, and the content sells whatever it is you're selling. That's how you make money online as a writer. Now, if you were getting started, I would encourage you to make a very simple product that is a no-brainer, a low ticket, $7, $5, $15, just to get some proof of concept. Once you've got proof of concept of what you're selling, of course, you can increase the price. And if you've got some satisfied customers, they will give you testimonials. So there is, a bit like starting a social media platform, there is a critical mass that you have to get to make it viable. And in the gap between it being a great idea and becoming financially viable, you have to commit to improve, to work hard, to adapt, to learn, so that you refine what you're doing to make it better and better till the point where you reach and it takes off. Now, I don't mean it takes off and you get 200,000 subscribers in a day. And unfortunately, social media has twisted our view of reality to that we think that is what happens. It isn't. It's a long, hard fight to 1,000 email lists. Then it gets a bit quicker. Then it slows down again. Then it feels like you're stuck. Then, I've had years building email lists, and there are various places where it feels like it just sticks and you can't get it to move. And you've got to push through those and learn what will take you to the next level. What many people do is they start this and they don't realize the amount of work that's involved to get to that point, and they quit beforehand. And that's really sad, because if you can build a loyal audience, you can actually make really good money. There's one particular it's a newsletter, but it's delivered on the website Substack. It's not my cup of tea personally, but it's a really good site. It's a good newsletter, very successful. And they make $5 million from publishing one article a week. $5 million. Now, did they get there easily? No. Did they get there in 5 minutes? No. Can you get to $5 million? I don't know. But I know if you stick to it and you work at it and build that content that speaks to a specific audience, and your product or your service or your offer that you're selling through that content really aligns, you'll do very, very well. But it comes down to your commitment to building this. And unfortunately, one of the big complaints I have about social media is, even though I'm in the social media world, is it's harmed our culture and made everything look like quick and easy. And so when people approach this, when people go to social media and say, I want to make money from there, or when they go to build a writing business and I want to make money from there, guess what? The gloss of social media about, people saying, here's how I went from nothing to $10,000 a month in 6 months. And you read that and go, wow, I could plug away for 6 months and I could be at $10,000. Well, let me just give you, and I'm not trying to dissuade you here, by the way. I'm not trying to dissuade you. I think it's a great and admirable task, but I want you to do it with your eyes wide open as a grown-up, not a child, not a baby, not an impatient teenager, and make a conscious choice. I am going to invest in building a writing business, and I'm going to set aside time in my diary, even when I feel tired, even when I want to watch TV, even when there's something great on Netflix, even when I've had a bad week and I don't feel it, I am going to commit to writing something every week. But social media has done some heavy damage to first of all, our stickability to things, because we see so much instant gratification and we think that that's what happens. But the other piece of damage that it's done is that the people who've had success, and often the people who've had the unrealistic success, in other words, they've done something beyond what is normally possible. So they are flukes, basically. They've achieved something. In 5 years, I went and built a $10 million business and I did it with no. They are outliers. Now, I'm not trying to, I was going to say something else then, pee on your parade. What I'm trying to say, and hopefully my audience is grown up to take this from me, is that if you spend a lot of time around the outliers, they can get you really excited and really disappointed at the same time. They can get you really excited because they help you see the opportunity, and usually they have a course or something to help. They can help you see the opportunity, and often their success makes it feel very simple. Their communication makes it feel very simple. But the reality is very, very hard. It's very tough. And I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying if you want to make money writing online, the average person who goes into any form of content creation as a business, it takes them 17 months to get to the point where they are at the point where they could potentially leave their job. 17 months. So, yes, you can make good money writing online, but strongly suggest, number one, you do not want to be chopping and changing what you're doing halfway through. So choose your topic, choose your niche, choose how you're going to sell and what you're going to sell. Have that all pinned down so that when you go to write, you write specifically in a way that aligns with that whole strategy of content's going to help me make money by doing this. And you write that whole thing, map out how you're going to distribute it, how you're going to get it out into the world. Social media is a no-brainer one. Then build an email list and then move people to the long-form content. That long-form content sells your product or service. That's the best, easiest, simplest way to make money writing online. And I do it. I make money from my writing online. I sell products from writing online. My business is from online training and coaching and courses, from content and marketing stuff online. I've done probably 9 million in 4 years, 5 years. But I started and had to just go at it. And you will have to go at it. But yes, you can absolutely make money online. It's one of the best things you can do. It is a world full of opportunity. It is fantastic, but you have to push through that point until you reach the breakthrough point where you've got some stability in revenue and you've got some growth and you know how to scale it. Many times what people do I'll just leave you with this thought. Many times what people will do is they will start something, not realize the work that's involved, or start something, they'll get a bit of a bellwether of this is going to go great. The first uptick, it feels great. And of course, the reality is you will have ups and downs and highs and lows. I can remember when I was building my newsletter, when it first got going, I started making some money, and then I got one like really nasty email from somebody who said, I don't know why I signed up for this, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Gave me their 2 pence. And in that moment, I felt like, do you know what? I don't even want to do this anymore. Like one person nearly kind of derailed me because they just had a poisoned tongue. And it would have been a massive mistake if I'd have done that. But what I'm trying to illustrate is there will be tough times, ceilings, negative feedback, all that stuff. And look, I would love to be in the position of some of these mega rich people. But for if you like say, pick up a mega rich person who's made something, amazing and had built a really successful business or what have you, if you go online, you will find blogs and people ripping them to pieces. And I don't see them crying over it. I don't see the billionaires crying over it. They've grown up. They realize that if you want to do something great, if you want to do something amazing, you have to be in it despite all the challenges, despite all the bumps and bruises, and really make it happen. And I know some of you listening to me who are thinking about, how do you make money online as a writer? How do you do it? Well, I've just given you the layout there and then. That is the master plan you will pay money for. It's a newsletter site, a website, a blogging platform. Build an email list, use social media to build that email list, and make sure you've got something to sell on that blogging platform. And you're done. That's it. Everything else you can learn on the way. I've just saved you $97 or $1997 or whatever it is. But go do it. Give it a try. Have a play with it. Study what other people are doing. Follow their social feeds. Look at how it works. And you will see that everybody's following the same model. Social media to email list, monetize the email list using long form content to sell a course, program, what have you.